Dun, 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 dun.
What are you doing? You gonna open the door?
Yeah.
6. Okay, you open the door. Oh wait. And what we got? Okay, yeah. All right, so we've got another door in the room. This is a very well lit room. As you can see, there's light reflecting, and there's some chests up in the corner. But also, there are two nasty goblins. One of them's just checking and counting the money in one, and the other one is at a table having a picnic of some sort. And the goblins then scream, "Ah!" They scream like that.
Ow!
Right, so what are you gonna do, chicken?
Chicken.
Yeah, you chicken. Oh, we've got to shake the cards. Initiative.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hello chapheads. As you saw from that video, I like to incorporate ambient sound and music into my game playing to enhance the experience. A little while ago I did a video which looked at 2 sites which make ambient atmosphere music for you to play with role-playing games primarily. But you can use them for board games as well, I found. The first site was called Tabletop Audio, which is a site of 10-minute, really extremely well produced compositions of effects and music that you can stream or download, download to your devices or computer, and you can put them on loop or put them in a playlist to play in the background of whatever game. And there were a vast amount of different effects, ranging from just working in an office to fighting dragons and stuff like that. Amazing. The second one is Syrinscape, and in this video I'm looking a lot more closer at Syrinscape because in the previous video I only had the free download package that you could get. Since then I have all the sound sets that they've produced and have had plenty of time to play with them and have fun. And let's have a look at them now in closer depth. Okay, sorry about the shaky cam, but this is the only way I can do this. Syrinscape can be found in 2 forms. There is a sci-fi player and a fantasy player. I'm going to start with the fantasy player first. You download these from the Syrinscape site, and you will get 2 sound sets absolutely free. The first 2 here, the Bugbear Battle and the Witchwood, which you would have seen in my other video I did for Syrinscape. And then there's a list of all these other sound sets, and there is a lot on the fantasy player of different kinds of sound settings. There's a lot here. If you have a look, it says BO, 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 BO. These are sound sets created for the Pathfinder adventure game. Not the card game, the adventure game. So the role play basically. And what you do is if you click on one, so I'm going to click on this mad scientist, the background changes, and then you have your sound set installed. And this is what the screen looks like. You have these presets here. Let's get one going. Let's get a monster roaring. And then I can sync my sound with that. And this is what is this place. And as you saw, some of these sliders and things moved. And these are the sound effects which are used in this sound set. You have this fizzling, sizzling up the top here. As you can see, it's illuminated. If I click on it, I can switch it off and then put it back on, and then you'll see that little circle start filling up again. That's the sample being played, and once it's played, it will go to the next sample, either randomly or in a chain of samples. Each track has like lots of different samples on it, and you've got your volume slider here, so you can change the volume of the fizzling sizzling. Hit it. There you go. That was louder that time. As you can see, some of these sounds are off, and you can switch them on. And some of them are on, and you can switch them off. And as I said, adjust the sounds as you need be. If I go to click on another sound setting, it changes all the sliders and changes the effect. So I can hear someone working in this laboratory here. And if I click on another one, it will change slightly. As you can hear, very scary. Up the top here, you have some one-shot sound effects, which are linked up to the numbers on your keyboard. So if I push 1, I can get the monster sound. See? And these are specific to this sound set. So if I change to another sound set, for instance, if I change to the Asylum here, they've changed. But the laboratory is still going on, so I could put these sound effects on top. There you go. Down the bottom here, these sound sets are generic, and they work with all the sound sets on the lost myself there, on the Fantasy Player. So if I went to, let's go to the farmlands here, I click on that and I am instantly transported here, and those are still the same. And these are used for general role-playing games, so like you can do a fireball or a lightning bolt. Over here you have some effects which are quite interesting. So say someone rolls badly, you can click this, and as you can see, it's connected to H on your pad. and ooh, yes. Then we have some combat sound effects here. So if you're having combat and you attack, I'll do it with the keyboard here, and you attack and someone defends, you can go, and someone blocks, or someone gets hit. Nice and juicy. And then you have some fanfares, which, as you saw in the debut, success or surprise. So you can see how useful this tool is, and I mean, you can use it for role playing because it is aimed at role playing, or you could use it for whatever you wanted it for. For instance, I use this when I play Jamaica because it just seems to fit it perfectly. Yeah, you're rolling along, cannons are in the distance going off, and other pirate ships are racing around the track, and all of a sudden you have a combat. You can just click on the every pirate for itself, and then off we go! How jolly is that? And if you don't like the music, you can switch it off. What else could you do? We got Brindletown here. On a busy market day. This you could use for something like Troyes or Bruges, any kind of trading game. Even Dominion, I just thought Dominion. You could play Dominion while this is going on. And hopefully, if I switch the music off and switch it back on, as you can hear, some of the music is very beautiful, and very thematic. Here's a new one here. Oh, let's go to. I just downloaded some new ones because this is I've subscribed. I get everything free. So where is it? White Dragon. I saw it earlier. He is there. You can go on the mountainside. If you subscribe, you get everything. all the packs, all the sound sets, and you can play about with your heart's content. You don't have to subscribe. You can buy some of these packs individually, and they also do some of these packs as bundles. So, like for the Pathfinder ones, you pay a certain amount, and then you get a load of sound sets for an adventure for a Pathfinder. As you can hear, battling against a dragon. What Dungeons and Dragons game would? Come on, you can play Descent with this. You can do anything with this. There's caverns. There's icy wastelands. There are friendly taverns. There are all kinds of things. There's a mountain pass, so if you want mountain sound effects, here you go. Nice and tranquil. You can play Legend of Andor, or I mean, you don't have to play fantasy games with this. As I said, the farmland one I use playing Agricola or Viticulture, and they work really well. And the other good thing about this is you can open up another sound set. So I'm going to open up the Goblin Battle. Let's say on the mountain side, all of a sudden I'm attacked by goblins. I can click on the Goblin song and the Goblin voices, and I'm away. I love this. My daughter loves this as well. And if we wanted to, we could chuck some orcs in there as well, or ogres. Let's chuck some ogres from the ogre battle. Ogre growls. Here we go. Let's have an eagle call as well. Weapon impact. Armor folly. And it's just fun to play around with in the background. Anyway, I think I've talked enough and explained how this works. Let's go and jump to the fantasy player. Now, the fantasy player I adore. It is, the sounds on the fantasy player are phenomenal for me. What I would love, look at this. If you're playing Netrunner, just whack this on. What I think would be great is if board game companies would get in contact with people like Benjamin Loomis, who runs Syrinscape, and say, look, can we do a deal? And what we do is we'll put a code, a special bonus code in our game, and when people buy the game and enter the code, they can download, say, this Running the Net sound set free, which I think would be a great idea for publicity, because you can play this with the actual game that it was intended for. I'm thinking like X-Wing Star Wars as well. If oh, look at this, I've got to do this, sorry.
Activation code required.
We're going to do a run.
There is a security breach. Accessing files.
Let's go, intruder alert. It's an intruder alert. Yeah, as I was saying, if you know, X-Wing was sold with instead of like a CD built into the game, something you could download like Syrinscape, and you could then enter a code and get all the sounds for X-Wing and play X-Wing. You know, it'd be great. Spaceship battle. Here we go. So something like this, a dogfight while you're playing Star Wars. And then, whenever there's a really big, when the ship is blown up, you can do the blaster explosion. There you go, your ship is out. And then have a bit of music as well. As you can hear, the music is pretty cool. I prefer the music on the sci-fi player, because it does seem to fit really well. For example, I've got to do this. Where are we? We're in the market street. A futuristic marketplace. We could be Blade Runner. or we could be a quiet, empty nighttime stream. And it's just an amazing toy to play with. Come on, you can't tell me that when you're playing, what's it called? Galaxy Trucker. You could be in a dockyard building your ship and then have a docking sequence and then take off and then go to an engine room or maybe on board a spaceship. Here we go, cruising in open space, busy on the bridge. Let's go busy on bridge. There we go. And then when you're cruising and racing after you've built your ship, have this going on in the background, and then when asteroids hit and bounce off your shields. I mean, the possibilities are limitless on this. It's an amazing piece of technology, and as I said, you don't have to use it for role playing. You can use it as board gaming. Anyway, I think I've babbled enough. Let's sum all this up. So, in summary, did you like what you heard? Did you like what you see? Are you one of these people like me who don't like to put on a CD in the background and then skip tracks which don't fit in with the theme of the game, and then have to get up and change the CD for something else? And you just want some continuous ambient effect, music, whatever going on while you're playing a game, then Syrinscape is probably for you. It's not going to be for everyone because you have to pay, of course, for this kind of luxury to experience to add to your game. But it is well worth it if you are interested in doing that. It's amazing how much it just transforms your board gaming. It doesn't matter what game you're playing. Obviously, if you're playing Quirkle or Colour Pop or X-Geese Telestrations, you're just going to put on any CD. You know, your Go West and your Thompson Twins. But otherwise, you know, if you're playing a slightly thematic game, Theme Park, there's probably a good sound set on there that you can use. All the space games, obviously. I love the sci-fi Syrinscape. It has so many amazing sounds, which just blow my mind, and I just think, I could play Quantum like that, or play Firefly, or Galaxy Truckers, or X-Wing. You know, being at the touch of a button, you can have an explosion when you destroy an enemy ship, but just have that constant going on in the background while you're playing. It does elevate the game immensely. Some of the sound sets are a bit, you don't know what to do with, but obviously if you're a role player as well, this is a big chunky wonderful thumbs up for you, because it does wonderful things. You could take any kind of Dungeons and Dragons adventure that you wanted to and make it into a game. You could play Dungeon Pets or something stupid like King of Tokyo, anything. You just construct the sound that you want with this package. Some of the sounds are reused, so you might find a sound in one sound set which is reused in another. So, for example, maybe orcs grunting. It's the same orcs in both sound sets, but you're in different locations, which is good in a way. Some of the music is reused as well, I found. That's the only niggle for me. The orchestrations sound like general MIDI instrument sounds to me, and it kind of breaks the atmosphere, unfortunately. That's just personally for me. Maybe non-musicians will not pick that up and just think, wow, yeah, this is cool. But for me, that's the only drawback. A lot of the other music is fantastic. The bard singing in the Brundletown, the pirates singing, the goblin chant is just really cute. And there's a lot more different types of music. There's some really mysterious, haunting melodies, and it's all done on piano with weird sounds. It's beautiful. It's just a wonderful toy to play with. If you want to play with a toy and enhance your gameplay, this is for you. Otherwise, just play games with your Erasure playing in the background.